Hi, I'm Natalie Delavan with your World News. This week, Prince Philip was reported to have passed away on Friday at the age of 99. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully at Windsor Castle. Prince Philip was royal twice over before he even married Queen Elizabeth. Prior to his marriage, the prince had served as a commander in the Royal Navy during the Second World War. Prince Philip continued to live on in the public eye for over 7 decades. Before his death, he had requested to not have a state funeral and instead be buried at St. George's Chapel, followed by a small service. A few of the prince's family members have reached out, revealing their pain and mourning after his passing.
In U.S. news this week, protests erupted in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, following the death of a 20-year-old Dante Wright at the hands of police. Wright was originally stopped for an expired vehicle registration. After discovering a warrant for his arrest, police attempted to handcuff Wright, and a struggle ensued. Wright was then shot 1 time in the chest and pronounced dead at the scene. A full investigation is currently underway, as many details are still unknown. President Biden told reporters Monday, "I think we've got to wait and see what the investigation shows," in the entire investigation. Biden also urged protesters to remain peaceful, saying, "There is absolutely no justification for violence." Katie Wright, Dante's mother, told a crowd after the shooting, "All the violence, if it keeps going, it's only going to be about the violence. We need it to be about why my son got shot for no reason. We need to make sure it's about him and not about smashing police cars, because that's not going to bring my son back."
Hi, I'm Morgan Farnoff, here with your local news. Since the announcement of in-person learning being changed to 4 days a week, some students have wondered if there's renewed hope for having a prom. During Thursday's board meeting, I asked if these students' hopes were in vain. Although Dr. Stoltz confirmed there could be no traditional end-of-year school dance, he did seem open to a COVID-friendly prom, saying, quote, "I believe the high schools are actually working on that, and I think I was clear in my responses that I'm quite happy to let the schools handle that. I think they don't have a shortage of ideas and suggestions have been made, but I don't have a greater update than that." 2 sources reported that a Cedar Cliff administrator member said that this was news for them, as Cedar Cliff had no plans of having a spring prom. I reached out to the administration and found that Dr. Stoltz was not wrong in the sense that schools are planning an event, although the event might be different than what most thought Dr. Stoltz was talking about. Cedar Cliff is planning on having a senior day, and the administration has several ideas such as food trucks, games, and a potential prom court. We will be providing more thorough updates as plans become solidified. The administration also said that parents could plan a prom like Summit Redland did. While this may not satisfy everyone, it does answer questions. If you have any ideas or concerns, suggestions are encouraged and welcomed.
I'm Tristan Metheraw with this week's music segment. Following an intense penny wars between the different classes, the 2022 Spring Musical has been announced. It is, drumroll please, The Phantom of the Opera. In other great news, the band, chorus, and orchestra officially announced their spring concerts. In the midst of this health crisis, there have been so many unknowns when it comes to the performing arts, so this is an exciting opportunity. While these concerts are not open to the general public, they will allow for a few family members of each student involved in the music department to see the results of their hard work.
Hi, it's Aidan Lacey with This Week in Fashion. Recently announced in the media, there is said to be the release of a live-action Powerpuff Girls reboot featuring Dove Cameron, Chloe Bennett, and Yana Peralt. Photos of the trio's costumes surfaced, sparking much conversation about the interpretation of the cult classic suits. Many took to Twitter to voice their opinions, stating they've seen better Halloween costumes and that it replicates something out of Cosplay Comic-Con. Others have responded in defense of the production, stating they still have faith in the final costumes for the feisty trio. In other news, the predicted fashion trends for 2021 are here. Do you remember the sweater vests in September last year? Well, it looks like they're here to stay. On the runway, stylists have been found pairing knit sweater vests with long skirts or even layered with a rib pastel dress. Also in predicted trends, the famous Netflix original Bridgerton has emerged quite the favorable aesthetic in the fashion realm. Its looks feature floral prints, beautifully constructed corsets, and luxurious bow ties, adding elegance to any given look. Inspired designers have went on to bring such concept to the runway, and the fashion world could not be more pleased.
I'm Juliana Alvelo Davies, and this is your science briefing. These are the national COVID numbers this week as of Wednesday, April 14th. As COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations have been rising recently, the number of deaths caused by infection with the disease have been falling. This new surge has had an increasing impact upon younger people, such as those aged 18 to 25, who have had increasing numbers of emergency department visits. Finally, the future looks bright for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, as it is, quote, highly likely, unquote, that the FDA will allow children ages 12 to 15 to receive it. Also new this week in Cumberland County, the Quality Care Pharmacy has doses of the Pfizer vaccine for high schoolers. Students should ask their parents to check the website on the screen to see if they can snag an appointment soon. As always, wear a mask, wash your hands, and stay healthy.
Hi, I'm Minja Vinyaga in This Week in Pop Culture. Nick Jonas takes a break from The Voice to fill the empty seat on the judges panel. Superstar Ariana Grande joins the judges this coming season. It was a great weekend for the Swifties. Taylor Swift released Fearless, Taylor's version. Doja releases her single Kiss Me More featuring SZA. It's a sneak peek of what's to come with her possible third studio album. Disneyland is ready to unveil its Marvel-themed area in June after a year of being postponed.
Hey, it's Parker, back with our school sports for the previous week. To start off, boys track and field won against Redlands 79-70, while the girls track and field took a tough loss. Varsity baseball won all 3 of their games the previous week, facing Mifflin County, CD, and CD East. Tennis lost 2 of their matches last week. Girls lacrosse lost their first game of the season last week, but they came back in their next game, winning 15-1 against Conrad. Boys lacrosse and girls softball are working towards achieving their first wins of the season. The boys volleyball team are looking to bounce back as well. And as always, thank you. Roll Colts.
Thank you all so much for watching.
And as always, please follow our socials at the Cedar Cliff Post on Instagram and at CC_Post on Twitter.
Stay classy, Cedar Cliff.